Welcome to the GPLama YouTube channel, where today's Zwift begin the rollout of Game Client version 1.54 across all supported platforms with some significant updates. Quick summary of what you can expect to see in 1.54. Levels 61 through 100 have been released, with a number of unlocks along the way, plus some bonus drops to be earned every time you level up. The leveling up requirements have been adjusted from this to a little more even and achievable, you could say. There are now ride streaks where you earn bonus XP for riding at least once a week on consecutive weeks. They've added Climb Portal gradient scaling, where you can adjust the in-game gradient to 50%, 75%, or even up to 125% of the original gradient in-game. Now, there is a lot to dig into there, which I'll get into later in the video, and there's some miscellaneous updates and enhancements. All right, let's get straight into level 100 and what that's all about. Now, not only are they adding an extra 40 levels, they are changing the level up requirements, or how much XP you need to earn for each level. There is a lot to this, and there are a few adjustments they're making for existing users who are below level 60, and also existing users who are on level 60 and have been banking XP since reaching that previous maximum level. Now, I'll give you a quick summary here, and we'll dive into my account and how it's affected. But for the full details, including every single level unlock, the XP required, the projections, the predictions, the complex mathematics behind it, I'll link below to Zwift Insider, who has all the nerdy details on this. But onto the basics. Now, starting off with a brand new Zwifter, who I'm guessing not a lot of us are, what they'll need to achieve is 591,000 XP to get to level 100. Now, Zwift list here, the XP required per level increases now at a more regular and predictable interval, all the way up to a maximum XP per level of 11,000 XP to earn level 100. So for example, to go from level 99 to 100, you'll need to earn 11,000 XP. But it's not quite that simple for us who have been on Zwift for quite some time. We'll have an XP fast track or be offered discounts to level us up faster through those levels. Zwift state here that XP discounts of up to 20% off base requirements to earn that next level. Yeah, it's a bit of a rabbit hole. Again, I'll link below to Zwift Insider if you want to get across the numbers. But let's look at my account as an example of what's happening today. Now, I'm currently on level 57 with just over 1 million XP. Now, hold up a minute. Level 60 only requires 750,000 XP, so...
And you may ask yourself, well, how did I get here?
Yeah, good question, talking heads, good question. The answer is I don't know. But let's have a look at what changes for me in-game today with 1.54. Now, I'm still on level 57 with 1,024,580 XP, but I am fast-tracked now through to level 96, indicated by my little rider there pulling a mono across the screen. It also tells me I have a 795 XP to achieve to get to my next level, level 58. At which time, another thing happens that's part of this update today, and that is I get 50,000 drops just for leveling up, and that will occur every time you level up from now on with this update. It's a leveling up bonus that allows me to go and buy more things from the drop shop. Over in the drop shop, there are a number of items that are level locked that I can't tell what they are, so let's just hope Zwift Insider can give us the inside word on what these are before we unlock them. As you can appreciate, there's a lot going on in the background there, trying to even things out, but after a year or so, I think we'll all be on the New World Order, and things will be a lot smoother and a lot easier to understand. As mentioned, links in the video description below for more information on this over at Zwift Insider. Okay, onto ride streaks, where you are rewarded with bonus XP based on this table here. So you need to ride at least once a week from Monday through Sunday for at least 2 kilometers. And if you do that, the first 2 rides of those weeks, you'll get bonus XP based on the table right there. So 300 XP bonus for finishing rides 1 and 2 of week 1. Week 2, you'll get 400 XP on the first 2 rides. And weeks 3 plus, because this ride streak can go indefinitely, you get 500 bonus XP for those first 2 rides. At the completion of an activity, you'll now be presented with a streak stats screen where you can see which week streak you are on, the calories burnt, distance covered, meters climbed, current level, next level, and XP through until next level. That's it in a nutshell. Ride streaks, more XP, that's a good thing. Okay, now on to Climb Portal elevation scaling, and there is a lot to this as well. Climb Portal was first added to Zwift around 6 months ago and allows them to be extremely flexible when deploying new climbs in-game and giving people a new ride experience. Now, the graphics are, well, Some people like it, some people don't, but what we can all agree on is that some of those steep pinches are just super tough. This scaling allows us to adjust that to our personal preferences. Now there are two ways to get to this scaling. The first one being in-game. So just rolling along here, I turn towards the climb portal, and in just a few moments I'll be presented with different options. Now it is important to remember the distance remains the same, only the gradient and elevation changes. And speaking of the options to choose, we have 50% of the elevation, with a little note there saying that the difficulty will not qualify for Strava leaderboards. I'll talk more about that in a minute. 75% elevation, or gradient simulation, again doesn't qualify for Strava. 100%, which does qualify for Strava, so in its original form. And for those crazy people who really love climbing, or very light people, you have 125% upscaling the gradient of those climbs. And another thing of note is the colors of those icons are important. But before I dig into all of that, let's have a look at the main menu on how we can drop into Climb Portal and select the same options from the main menu. Scrolling down on the home screen to the Climb Portal options, popping out the configuration on that. Jumping a little closer, we have the 4 options to choose from. And interestingly enough, Heroic, or 125%, is locked out on the main menu. You first need to do a 100% ascent before that will become unlocked. Once you do any of the others as well, you'll also get some statistics shown on screen for, I believe, the current month position, and you'll also get indication of which options you have completed. Again, thanks to Zwift Insider for this screen grab here and completing those climbs. Onto a real world or virtual world example of 50% versus 125% on the Climb Portal. Power will pop up there on screen, and I was going to say surprise, but no surprises whatsoever. Over on the left, with less gradient and elevation, the rider is going a lot faster with a lot less power. Another thing of note is the little icons next to the rider's name and on their butts as we go past that rider right there. The color of the icon on their butts indicates what scaling they are using. Now, the 2 riders that I've passed probably don't have the new client just yet, so they were on 100% scaling, which is the orange color. Over there on the right, I have red, which is the most difficult setting, 125%. Over there on the left, my icon is blue, so the easiest setting. And as I crest out here on the easy mode, I do a U-turn, and down I go. And it does appear the scaling works both up and down. So not much gradient there at 50%. Turning around now on the 125% rider and rolling down to the bottom of the climb, because there's no way in hell I'm going up there at 125% today.
It is important to note that this setting is different to the trainer difficulty setting. This setting for scaling Climb Portal changes the in-game gradient simulation. The trainer difficulty setting changes the physical gradient simulation that you feel in real life on your trainer. Nothing changes in-game for that. As shown on screen before, anything less than 100% does not count over on Strava. It's a new addition they've added to ensure their Strava leaderboards aren't completely obliterated by cheaters. It's not perfect, but look, to be honest, at least it's something. Okay, we'll leave it there today. That's been a look at the significant updates in Game Client version 1.54, those being levels 61 through 100, ride streaks, and Climb Portal elevation scaling, which I hope doesn't open a can of worms like trainer difficulty has. Or maybe I do. It's good for the algorithm. Let me know in the comments below. As always, if you've enjoyed this one, found it informative, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe to support this channel. If you're already a subscriber, I do thank you for your support. We'll see you soon.